Our first full winter season was incredible, split mostly between Mjoko, Japan and Poland. But after months in the cold, we were ready for some sun, so we decided to head to Albania. This country completely caught us off guard, and I mean in the best way. Think epic mountain landscapes, crystal clear waters, the friendliest people you'll ever meet, and layers upon layers of rich history. We cannot wait to show you around. But first up, Corfu. We flew in and squeezed in a quick 24-hour wander through Corfu Old Town. The city dates all the way back to the 8th century BC, but the Old Town you see today was mostly shaped during the medieval era.
We just booked our ferry to take us from Corfu in Greece across to Albania. And something that I hadn't heard in any other videos is, which it's obvious, but you have to go through passport control, which means you have to be there at least 40 minutes before the time of departure. So take that in consideration when you're booking your tickets, because that's not something I had heard anywhere else.
And she said a lot of people forget about that because they just think they're in Europe.
Yeah.
Which they are.
So yeah, something I just wanted to add. Alrighty, we are leaving Corfu by ferry. We're walking through the port. I don't know if you can see this. Feels very industrial, and it's almost like you shouldn't be walking through here, but we've been told that we're going the right way. So this is a 30-minute ferry from Corfu across to Albania, but we're crossing a time zone. So we're leaving here at 8 a.m. We're on the ferry for half an hour, and then we arrive there at 7:30 a.m. So we're going back in time on a 30-minute ferry, which for people that live in Europe, crossing time zones often probably doesn't feel like a big deal. To Australians, it's mind-blowing, absolutely mind-blowing. So let's see what this ferry's like. It's meant to be like a foil ferry, like it actually comes up out of the water. I'll see if I can get some footage of what it looks like. But yeah, we'll be in Albania in about 40 minutes.
The last time I thought I was going to have some issues, we were flying, I can't remember where, Amsterdam, Prague, whatever it was, and I was like, oh, I'm going to have massive dramas, and they just looked, they're like, yeah, I'm fine. This time I was like, I'll be absolutely fine, it's no issue. Massive issues. Got grilled by the guy, he's like, you've overstayed your visa, which isn't right. Maybe it is right, I don't know.
Yeah, we don't know.
Oh.
Just got off, and you can see in the background, hopefully, probably not, it's just a big fucking boat. Super beautiful, really nice boat ride across.
It was lovely.
Yeah, but I think we've maybe found a place we're going to spend a bit of time.
Yeah.
Well, that's us being here for 3 seconds. Let's see how this unfolds.
Well, you can also see in comparison to Corfu or just Greece that we were part of, like everything here is quite new and the infrastructure is well kept and maintained, so it just already visually looks lovely.
Yeah.
Our first stop was Ksamil, just a 30-minute bus ride down from Saranda, and a place we booked for 1 week but ended up staying for 3. So this is the apartment. We have A nice little couch here to hang out with, cupboard. That's our bathroom. Everything looks really new. TV.
Brand new.
Beds. A little kitchenette. We can cook our own food on the stove. And then that's our balcony and our view out the bed.
Now, obviously we've shown you all the best parts of Ksamil, but you do have to keep in mind this is still a up and coming area. So there is spots that you might not see all over Instagram that aren't as polished. So just to give you, I suppose, a truthful idea of what it's like just walking around, we filmed some stuff of maybe the stuff that you don't see plastered all over Instagram. Okay, this is the first day that we're gonna go rent a sunbed. We've just been going down to the public beach, but right near Greg's, and in off season, there's no chairs or umbrellas. We can just go there and lay on the beach, which we've really enjoyed. But today being a really, really nice day, and we've got some work to do as well, we're gonna actually hire a bed. As for pricing, when you're hiring a bed, there's all different tiers. The first tier is like the furthest from the water and maybe an obstructed view, and you get 2 beds and umbrella for €10 a day. And then you get like unobstructed views, really nice area, 2 beds and umbrella, it's €20 a day. And then for like the premium beds, so like front row, a little bit nicer, better spot, it's €30. And then the beds, really, really nice bed that sort of overlook the water, you're probably up on a deck, you're looking at €50 for the day. And we're in off season, so we can just go down, pretty much take the pick of whatever we want. But I have heard during the season, you've got to book like 3 days in advance if you want some of the nice beds. If you ate out every lunch and dinner here for a month, you still couldn't get to all the restaurants. There is so many cafes and restaurants here, it's insane. And the food is good. We haven't had a bad meal, but we also haven't had like an epic meal either. Everywhere is sort of good. They're very, very active on getting you to leave Google reviews, which I would say don't entirely trust Google reviews when you're in Ksamil in Albania. Some of the 5-star places that we've eaten at are okay, and some of the 3-star places that we've eaten at are way better.
They're friendly reviews.
Yeah, but they encourage everyone and they sort of stand over you to leave a 5-star review. So yeah, the reviews are a little bit skewed. It's sort of just a bit of hit and miss. This is one of our favorite places. This is called Twins. It's just in town, it's upstairs. Tash got her head on downstairs and made some friends. So now we support these guys. And I got my head on too as well, but unfortunately I didn't make as close of friends as Tash did with them. This is the cheapest coffee we've got, but also one of the best coffees we've got in Ksamil. So give it a go here. just got to Berat National Park. We're gonna have a walk around. I have no idea what this place is, so Tash hit us with the voiceover and some actual information. Thank you.
Just a short drive from Ksamil is one of the most underrated gems, Berat National Park. This place is ancient. We're talking ruins that date back to the 8th century BC. Greek, Roman, Byzantine, Venetian, they all left their mark here. There's a theatre, a Roman bath, city gates, a basilica, some still standing, almost untouched, like you're walking through history itself. We arrived earlier in the day to beat any tourist buses and paid 1,000 lek per person, but we also got a heads up that the last Sunday of each month, entry is free.
Just come out of the museum, unfortunately not allowed to film in there or take photos.
We have one or two before he told us we're not allowed
Yeah,
to.
we didn't do it. We started filming and then we got told that we're not allowed to film in there. Then we saw all the signs. So we got a little bit of footage in there. But amazing to go into that museum. That's the oldest artifact I've ever seen. 1800 BC. They had a bunch of artifacts from the arrowheads and
yeah.
But that's the oldest thing I've ever seen from all the places that we've been with all the ruins. 1800 BC. Absolutely insane.
Ksamil is full of beach resorts and day bars, and it all depends on your personal style and vibe. But we personally found ourselves returning to two places, Poda and African Bar. They were in quieter locations and the music wasn't crazy loud, offering a really chilled vibe. Ksamil had become a home away from home, but it was time to explore a few other areas in Albania. So we decided to hire a car and head to Berat, with a few incredible stops along the way.
All right, we've just arrived at Blue Eye. If you plan on coming here, it cost us 300 lek to park. We might have got scammed. Not 100% sure, but if you just drive past him, you saw like waving us into his car park. You just drive past him, we just saw a bunch of cars parked on the side here, probably for free. So, don't know, but at the end of the day, it's €3. And he's a really nice guy, so we'll chalk that up to a bit of charity. Now, it costs 100 lek to get in, which is €1 for two people, so it's 50 lek per person. And it's about a 1.6 kilometer walk. They say it takes about 20 minutes. It's actually nice to be away from the coast and up into the mountains, and don't get me wrong.
It's so nice.
Yeah, it was beautiful on the coast, but this is beautiful as well. Real change of scenery.
Yeah.
And we're only in the car from Ksamil, not sure, still. Only took us about 40 minutes to drive there, from there to here. So it's actually pretty close. All right, that's enough rambling. I'll check back in when we're actually at Blue Eye. If there hasn't been a montage of Tash feeding stray animals, then she can put it in here, but I'm trying to get there. She's back feeding kittens. I love animals, but I'm trying to beat the crowd. Come on, Tashi.
Blue Eye is one of Albania's most famous natural wonders. It's a crystal clear spring that goes at least 50 meters deep, but no one's actually reached the bottom yet. The water stays at a chilly 10 degrees all year round and literally bubbles up from the underground like a fountain. Just mind-blowing.
We are leaving now. We got here, we were the first two people there, you'll see from all the footage. Waited until some other people arrived and then we're taking off. Definitely somewhere you could spend 30-40 minutes, but if you just want to pop in, pop out, see it, it's stunning. It's definitely worth making your way here, but not like a day trip or anything like that. It's a couple hours. You could come from Ksamil, see it and be back in maybe 2 or 3 hours. Incredible place. To give you an idea, this is why you don't come here at 9 or 10 o'clock. We would have just passed a couple hundred people, I reckon, going out there. Get here early.
On our way to Berat, we did a quick stopover at Gjirokastër, a UNESCO-listed town known as the City of Stone thanks to its beautiful houses and dramatic hillside views. It is also home to one of the best preserved castles in the Balkans. A very quick visit for us, but seriously worth it. We made it to Berat, another UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of the oldest cities in the country, known for its Ottoman-inspired houses that are stacked all upon the hillside. You've got cobblestone streets, ancient churches, mosques, and a castle that people still live in. It's peaceful, beautiful, and full of history. We highly recommend about 3 to 4 days here to really enjoy the city and also see some neighbouring national parks.
We're at Bogov Waterfall. Took us about an hour to drive here. We're at the very first car park. There's a tree over there, just over there, and there's a kid sitting under it. This is a free car park, but he comes out and he says, look, if you want to park here, it's 500 lek, which is €5. Park here as long as you want, but you have to pay. You definitely don't have to pay. It's a free car park. There's one down the street a little bit further as well, which is free. But I respect the hustle. So we paid 500 lek, €5 to park here for the day. You don't have to if you don't want to, but maybe if you can afford it, pay it. And yeah, he's a young guy. He's just hustling, making his money. So if you can afford it, pay him. If you can't afford it, just go down the street a little bit. All right, so we've just walked about 200 meters from the young guy selling 500 lek parking, and this is the new car park area. It'll tell you it's a very bumpy dirt road and you probably can't drive down.
There's someone sitting here though.
It's not at all. It's absolutely fine to drive down. Hello. Good. Absolutely fine to drive down and park closer and not pay. Probably just seen all the beautiful footage that Tashi got at the waterfall. Definitely worth the drive. It is stunning. It's cold. There's 2 pools. The first one you jump into gives you a bit of a false sense of security. It's cold, but it's not that bad. And then the second one that's like directly under the waterfall is freezing. And it was lovely. We're again, not here, we're like off season. And there was still, this time that we spent there, there's still probably 15 people that walked through. Some just come and see it and move on. Others sort of spend a bit of time there and swim like we did. Definitely worth doing. Any other tips on that one?
Bring a lunch.
Yeah, you could actually pack a little lunch.
Like beautiful pallet chairs and tables. It's a bit of a picnicky area, so if you want to enjoy it a little bit longer than just to swim and go, bring your towels and blankets and a packed lunch. I think it'll be really good.
Yeah, it would be a lovely spot to have a little picnic. All right, Bogov, still don't know how to say it. Ask someone, they didn't know. Bogov Waterfalls. Bogov, Bogovi, Bogovos. Beautiful waterfall. We just pulled up to this restaurant on the side of the road. And then the
I assume they're husband and wife, eh?
Yeah.
Must be a husband and wife. The most lovely people in the world. We walked in, they call their daughter, she's the only one that speaks English. We had to speak to her over the phone, I think Tash got some footage of it, to order the meal. And she's like, what do you want? I said, we'll eat anything. And she said, okay, we'll make you food, you taste it, and if you don't like it, just give it back. It's the best meal we've had in Albania by far. It was incredible.
So much of it though.
I'm not sure if this place has a name or anything. I Google, but if it does, we'll chuck it in the description because you have to come here if you're ever near Berat or going to Bogov. Mm-hmm. Amazing and super genuine people, like amazing people.
Good, how are you? Albanians are the best. Just yells out the truck, how are you? We're at Berat Castle. Word of warning, 2 ways to get here if you've got a car. One of them, you need a 4-wheel drive. We've got a Ford Focus. We got halfway up and had to turn around. The other way, it's just like a road like this. Old school road, you can get there that way.
Don't trust Google Maps.
Yeah, that's on Google Maps. So go through Old Town, and then if you're going through Old Town, that's the safe way to get to the castle. All right, we're gonna walk through. This is the main attraction, I think, of Berat, so we'll see what it's like.
Nothing like coming across a little happy river.
Safety first, kids.
I didn't realize this, but once you get up here, it's actually a little town up here. There's restaurants and cafes and stuff. We thought it was just the castle. There's a whole bunch of these places you can stay up here, and hadn't seen that in other videos. Look, a little bar. Wouldn't recommend staying up here. It'd be a nightmare getting back and forth, but it is cool up here.
The first part of our trip in southern Albania was incredible. We met amazing people, enjoyed delicious food, and found the perfect mix of exploring and relaxing with the time we had. Next, we'll be heading up north to the stunning Albanian Alps. But we're saving that video for part 2. So make sure you hit subscribe to catch it first. In the meantime, follow along on my Instagram or TikTok so you know what's coming next, and check out our full Albanian travel guide ebook, link in the description below for all our tips and trip details. Stay tuned!